tonight, and I have the honor of introducing a special guest. So it's Dr. Timothy Schneider. And you guys, he was the 9th ophthalmologist in the US to start performing LASIK surgeries. He's done over 20,000 laser corrections and cataract surgeries. If I ever have to have that done, I know who I'm calling. And, he's written articles that appeared in peer-reviewed journals. He attended Mayo Medical School, the best of the best. And then he also did his residency at Johns Hopkins. You guys are going to learn from the best. Definitely get your notebooks out and get ready to write and learn from his wisdom. And this is what I say about Dr. Schneider. I say it's not fair that you get to be super smart, super charismatic, and super funny all at once. But we are just blessed and fortunate to have him on our scientific advisory board. So please welcome Dr. Schneider.
All right, CB, that was beautiful. I don't know that I need to go any further. That was so well said. It really was. So I'm happy to be here. You have anything you want me to talk about? Or are we just going to...
You bet. I'm loaded. I'm locked, loaded, and ready to ask you questions. So first and foremost, why 3? You could choose anything for yourself, your family, and your patients, yet you chose 3. Why? Why is that?
Well, that's a good question. And I would tell you that the reason that I picked 3 was because of the quality and the delivery system. And so if you look at supplements, first of all, the one thing that I want all of you to understand, this company is different. And the reason I'm here is because it's different. And you might say, well, what is my role? To be honest, I am here because I am begging, I am looking, I am wanting to entice each of you to become wellness advocates. I want you to get as excited about the financial stability this company could potentially give you, but also allow for you to have a new level of health, not only for you, but for your family. So that was critically important. The other thing that I want you to understand is that when you see one of these companies, that everything is different. If you look at most of the supplement industry, it's about 90% synthetic. We are 100% whole food based. And like CB mentioned, we test in, we test out. So when you read a label, you can trust it. I would also say trust is a huge one. You have to trust the leadership. I would encourage all of you that are thinking about this endeavor called 3, that you would consider coming out to Salt Lake City and getting to know the leadership. It's critically important. You need to trust the people you're sort of in there going to battle. And quite honestly, I'm looking for a platform. I think that most of the people on the scientific advisory board, we are very dedicated to educating you. How can you share these products? What is it about these products? How is it going to potentially change your health going forward? We are in a business of prevention. And then last but not least, is it fun? I mean, fun is important. If you're sort of a sourpuss, like my mother used to say, don't join this company. We only want fun people to be in this company. And I think that you're going to find that we do have a lot of fun. We support each other. This is going to end up being your second family. And CV, wouldn't you agree with that?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I love hanging out with like-minded, forward-thinking people who truly want to, leave a positive impact on the world. And that's what we have here. So this is my favorite part, you guys. I love getting text and phone calls every single day with results. It never gets old and it fires me up, in case you can't tell through the screen. Here we go. It's Johnson Yap. Okay. Look at this 6-day results. And, I looked at this and then I read his testimonial and it blew me away in a very good way. But like I said, they never get old. And I'm going to bring Johnson right on and he's going to share a little bit about himself and then his amazing results. So Johnson, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sivi. Thank you for having me in your space. I really appreciate that. And prior to my background, I just want to let everybody know, when I took this picture, I told my wife not to share. Please do not share. So she shared it on the internet, shared with social media. It went around the world. Oh my God, I said, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Anyway, my name is Johnson Yap. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I've been in the network marketing and the wellness space for about 12 years. I'm married, 4 girls, and 2 times grandpa. And I graduated from Valencia College with a degree in criminal justice. Yeah. So for many years that I struggled with my bloating and my constipation. I didn't tell anybody. Usually when you look at my social media, you can see the way I wear my clothes. I wear loose clothes like to cover up my belly, you know. So I've been struggling with that. But I've tried every single thing, from making my own concoction to detoxifying water to actually working out on my belly. Man, it hurt my back so bad. To also that cutting down my food, you know, but nothing works, to be honest with you. Nothing works. Then I try 3 products. I tried not only 1 product, I tried 6 different products. I got the product on the 30th, on March 30th. I was so excited. I started taking the product. Listen, man, 6 days later, when prior to that, my wife said, take picture first before you take the product. So after 6 days, I took picture, same spot, same lightning. And I look at the picture, I said, wow, it blew me out, man. I'm like, okay, this thing really works, you know? So I just started taking 1 Purify, which I love that particular product. It says detoxify 5 different organs. And I take 2 tablets of Revive, 2 tablets of Immune, and I take 1 sachet of collagen and 1 sachet of the Eternal, and plus Vitality. The whole pack consists of 5 different capsules. That's all I did. Every morning I wake up, I take 1 Purify, and then 30 minutes later, I take those 5 different products. Now, after I see the result, man, I don't know whether you have tried to go shopping and then you look at the mannequin putting on the t-shirt looking so good. You say, oh my God, when I buy this shirt, I go home, I put it on me, it's going to look good on me. You know, actually, it's not the case. My tummy was bloated. Every time I look at that mannequin, I buy that shirt and come back home, I put it on. I say, oh my God, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. But right now, after taking 3 products, you know what? Not only my stomach flattened, okay, but also my constipation went away. Usually when I go to the bathroom, I have to wait for 30 minutes, you know, to do my number 2. Right now, it's so easily to tell you. Now, not only that, I feel more confident right now. Even I topless, taking off my shirt, walking around, or being naked in front of my wife, you know. So confident level, yes, but I feel more energy. As you can see that picture, if you can bring it up, that picture, my skin tone color have a 2 different tone of color. If you look at it, I didn't notice that. Somebody told me about it. When I quickly look at the 2, you know, from March 30th to April 6th, you look at that skin tone color, 2 different, it's my skin is lighter. Now, obviously, I love 3 products, and I can't go without it. I 100% recommend this product to everybody. You know, the best thing, I always tell my wife that I don't even have to look at myself like I am going to give birth. Okay.
I absolutely love that. And you're so right. Health is an inside out job. And obviously you put in great nutrition, all of the products, just use them as they said, and look what happens. So Dr. Schneider, what do you say about Johnson's results?
Wow. So Johnson, good for you. You're a lot braver man than I am. So it's amazing. You know what I love about what you talked about, Johnson, was Purify. Purify is, you know, it's one of those, and CD, you and I we didn't talk about it, but in retrospect, it's probably the most important product of our 6. And it's interesting, Johnson, because you gave Purify credit for helping you with weight loss, and it's interesting. We are so bombarded with so many different toxins and heavy metals and pesticides, herbicides. And it's interesting, Johnson, that I would venture to say that part of the reason you had a difficult time losing weight previous to this was that our bodies store heavy metals, and guess where it stores them? In your fat. And so and your body actually is smart. It says, look, I'm not going to get rid of this fat because it's actually sequestering these heavy metals. It's keeping it out of my brain. It's keeping it out of other places. So the beautiful thing about this product is it will actually go in and help to detoxify your fat. And then actually you can lose weight more easily. So Johnson, first of all, thank you. That is a beautiful story. Tell me a little bit about that 6-day, 7-day, 2-week journey. Were you having any side effects at all, or were you feeling pretty good the whole time?
Well, I'm feeling great, to be honest with you, Dr. Snyder. I got people, my team asking me about how do you feel? Did you change your diet? Did you lose weight? I can tell you this. I didn't even weigh myself until 2 days ago when I talked to my team members. They were asking me this question. Now, my weight always stand at 175. So after I took the product, I weighed myself 172.7, that I lost about 1 to 2 pounds. And the best thing is that I did not change my diet. I still enjoy the food that I'm eating every single day. Okay, people say you eat junk. Yeah, sometimes I have a craving for burgers. I eat burgers, I eat pizza, So I never, and I never stop because I'm a foodie. So I never stop eating. But anyway, talk about the side effect. There isn't any side effect. I feel a lot more energy. I feel my brain sharper. And I can tell you this, I sleep better. People say you need something to get you to sleep. I don't need anything to get me to sleep. These are the amazing products that can help me, okay, and improve my health with a little exercise, with eating right. I will be very healthy. I love the fact that 3 products with the amazing technology, cellular absorption, and I trust and I believe I would recommend this amazing top of the line product to all the people. Right now I have advantage because of that picture went out there, so I can actually promote Purifeed. It's so easy to get a customer just to try on Purifeed.
Beautiful.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And we do love our Purify product. I love that I can take 1 pill at night to offset, those toxins that we get every day through the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat. 1 pill at night, and it helps detox all 5 elimination organs. So liver, lungs, kidneys, colon, skin. You guys, it's that simple. And no, you're not camped out in the bathroom to get through it. Thank you. Right? Dr. Schneider. So, okay. Well, let's go. Thank you so much, Johnson. That was amazing.
Thank you,
Let's
Dr.
go to our next testimonial tonight, and it is Susan Walker. And I say a picture is worth 1,000 words, you guys. Susan, as you can see, is an RN. She's been married to her husband for 38 years. 35 years. I got close, right? And they have 2 girls and 2 grandbabies. And she's going to pop on here and share a little bit about her 3 journey and her amazing testimonial.
Thank you. I am super excited to share with you this evening. And I really appreciate that intro, Dr. Seavey. And my education and professional background is I'm a registered nurse, and I have a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. And right now, currently, I'm sharing 3 with this wonderful community around the globe, and I'm loving life. I have to give you a little history, though. A year ago, I had an incredible health crisis come my way that nobody wants to experience. And I had surgery and radiation therapy. And then plus, while getting my radiation treatments, I experienced a spinal fracture. It was a very challenging time last year and a difficult recovery. But I was so determined to do everything I could to gain my strength and my health back. Because my family is very important to me, and being able to spend time with my family and my grandkids, and I was just very, very determined. And so that's why I'm so grateful that I was introduced to 3 product line. I love all 6 of the products because I've always believed in taking supplements. but I've never experienced the benefits like I have with 3. When they arrived, I started taking them right away too. I was like, I couldn't hardly wait. And in just the first 4 to 12 days of taking them, it still has me in awe of the results that I'm feeling. The first incredible results, of course, was just in 4 days taking the collagen and along with the Purify, because I think that really helped detox my skin as well. And as you saw in my pictures, my skin was very dull. It was dry, my hands and my face. And now they're so much smoother, softer, and I have that healthy glow back again. And I'll tell you what, collagen tastes so good. It is really good. Plus, I love the convenient packet that Vitality comes in, that foundational supplement that everybody needs for their body to function properly. And the Eternal is so tasty. It's like a berry treat. So you look forward to taking it and you even want more. It has impressed me so much how taking those has helped my energy levels improve. And it hasn't been like a caffeine rush, but it's a steady level of energy throughout the day. And that's one thing that I had a lot of challenge with before I started taking 3. I would just poop out in the afternoons. And so now I'm able to do more all day until bedtime than I have in over a year. Last but not least, taking the Revive, I have relief from the discomfort I was having in my joints and back, as it's gone now. And plus the immune gives me that peace of mind that my gut microbiome is supported and I have the added protection on board to help me stay healthy. And so it's so exciting to be able to do the things that I love again, spending more time with my family and friends and playing with my grandkids, taking long walks outdoors, being a part of this community of people, this family like Dr. Snyder mentioned. It's just incredible being able to be a part of it and sharing these products and opportunity across the globe. So being 60 years young, I feel like I'm able to live my best life ever.
Awesome,
Susan. Thank you, Dr. Seavey.
Yes, that was fantastic. I love your testimonial. And like I said, I have pictures worth 1,000 words. So Dr. Schneider, what do you think about Susan's amazing results?
Well, I think probably what I'm most excited about, Susan, is obviously that was so well said. I mean, you truly do understand how all of our products do work together. The other thing, Susan, that you're blessed with is your background. The fact that you're a nurse, the fact that you've sort of been in the healthcare industry in the past helps you to see the flaws, but it also helps you to see a way out. And we don't consider ourselves to be in the illness care. We are all about prevention. So that's why I'm excited, Susan. People like you, honestly, you bring a smile to my face, and I'm excited about, number one, you get to enjoy it, and number two, and in my book, that's even more important, you get to share it. So good job. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Perfectly said.
We have Renee Lynn out of California. So Renee, if you want to pop on up here. Renee is absolutely amazing. I know Renee very well. She has a background as a health coach, and she just, when it comes to nutrients, she is serious. And so she's going to share a little bit about her story tonight with us. And so Renee, are you here? I'd love for you to turn on your camera and just share with us a little bit as far as just tell us, first of all, your background. Tell us a little bit about you, what brought you to 3. Just tell us about you a little bit, Renee.
Thank you, Amy. And I so appreciate being here with you and Dr. Dan. And well, my background really is as an entrepreneur. I started my first business at 24 years old. I was in the event industry. I did events all over the place. I owned a magazine. I started other businesses, and eventually, I had some fairly large businesses, and I was a a mom, an entrepreneur. I have two amazing boys. I went to yoga. I did hiking. I had a couple dogs. I had a really vibrant life. And about 10 years ago, I'm 61 now, but in my early 50s, I just really started suffering from a lot of different things. My skin started getting crepey. I was exhausted. I was, just taking a nap all the time, and I couldn't sleep well at night. And I knew my hormones were probably not in very good balance. And, I had a lot of issues with bloating and different things. And eventually I went to the right person, and I was diagnosed with some metal toxicity, heavy metals. And so, just I spent years getting IV therapy and doing a lot of different kinds of treatments to, detoxify my body. And I really started studying nutrient absorption. And that's really, how I found 3, because I had been studying, why do I have to get these IVs instead of just being able to absorb my nutrients? And ultimately I started using some products, the core, or the Vitalite pack, and I started getting my energy back slowly but surely. I started, my body started running correctly. I eliminated on time. I felt energy coming back, and I added the Purify to that, and I was already doing a lot of detox processes. I was already getting glutathione IVs. I added the Eternal pack to that, and it's so much nicer to take a liposomal glutathione that tastes good, because my doctor had me on some things that didn't taste so good, and to be able to see the changes happen. And you can see, my pictures there, and how my skin has improved, and I no longer, suffer from my stomach used to kind of, you could hear it, and guess what? It's silent now. And, just different things like that, which give your life balance. I sleep again, and I feel good every day. And so that's really my story.
I love that. Renee. That's absolutely amazing. And, looking at your before and afters, it's just almost jaw dropping when I'm looking under your eye area. Yes, your face looks tighter, but what's so interesting to me is the dark circles are gone. You look more lifted up, more awake, vibrant, the smoothness of your skin. I mean, it's an incredible transformation just to look at. And I mentioned that to you a couple of days ago. I said, your skin's even shown significantly more improvement. And you said, I started doing 2 packs of Eternal a day. And so, Dr. Dan, what do you think? I mean, you're hearing Renee's story. We're looking at a picture is worth 1,000 words, but why? What would you say? What do you see happening here that she's seeing these phenomenal results?
Yeah, Renee, wow, I love your before and after pictures. Phenomenal. For me, as a geeky chemist, when I look at a picture of someone's face, I envision the chemical reactions that are going on in the skin. What's causing that? And what I see is that in Eternal, we have collagen. And this is hydrolyzed and micronized collagen. So it's actually getting into the cell and turning on the body's natural ability to produce collagen, which slows down as we age. Resveratrol, it also helps with skin health. It helps with, with wrinkles to smooth out and maintain healthy skin complexion. When you talked about energy, when it came taking Vitalite, that before you didn't have a lot of energy, that is so common, because when the body doesn't get all the nutrients it needs, then some of these millions of chemical reactions the body performs every single second, some of those slip. They just don't happen. And usually some of the first things to go down is the power plants in the body, the mitochondria. And so in Vitalite, we have all the vitamins and minerals, amino acids, the trace minerals, and other phytonutrients necessary to turn those mitochondria, those power plants back on. And that's why, whoa, you feel a rush of energy. It's funny. The question I get a lot, people say, well, Vitality, how much caffeine does it have? Because when I take it, ooh, I feel good. Well, there's no caffeine in it at all. None. Someone didn't believe us, so we actually had to show them the caffeine test. Here, look, 0 milligrams. But it's just bringing the body back into balance. When you give the body what it needs, it's a gift. It fires back up again, and life is good.
Wow, that's awesome. And, you know, I would say, Renee, between the two pictures, I would say that you look like the younger sister of yourself. So beautiful job. And thank you for sharing with us tonight your story. And I'm excited to watch as you continue on even more amazing things. So thank you so much, Renee. I appreciate that. Okay, our next story up. This is a phenomenal story, Dr. Dan. And Laura is, she's an influencer, a social media influencer, and she started using our product, and she sent me this before and after picture just after her first 10 days. And I literally, I was like, holy cow, this is incredible. And as she's continuing on, just turning back the hands of time, it's just been an amazing progression to watch. And so Laura's from Oklahoma. So Laura, if you want to turn your camera on, I'm so excited for you to be here with us tonight. And she lives in Oklahoma. She is going to open her mouth and begin to speak. And you're going to very quickly see that she's probably not originally from Oklahoma. So we're blessed to have you here with us tonight, Laura. So Laura, tell us a little bit about your story and, you know, prior to 3, coming into 3, why, where, how, you, give us your scoop.
Okay, thanks, Amy. It's so good to be here. I'm from Australia originally, but lived here for 20 years now. Moved around a lot to a few different states, but we've just ended up in Oklahoma a few months ago. And I'm a mum of 3 teenagers. One's in college, which has been, that's a new thing for us. So it's awesome. But being in a new season, I think, you know, being married for 20 years, this week, we are just figuring out, I'm now figuring out that I'm in a different season of life as the kids have gotten older, and just, you know, the past few years had dealt with some personal, like pretty big struggles and chronic stress that I was under, and, you know, a few other things that were just really weighing me down. And I'd noticed now at 44 that my body was starting to manifest what was happening on the inside. And so one of my friends, she's part of 3, and she introduced me to 3 because I was on a journey to find a new product, a supplement that was going to help, you know, just with some of my feelings and my health issues. And so she introduced me to 3, and I tried it, and I'm just been blown away by the product. And so I did the collagen for the 10 days, and I was just shocked. I didn't realize how deficient my body or my skin, everything was feeling, you know, and I did these before and after photos. I tried to do it at the same time of day in the same natural light, so it was like, you know, accurate. And I just, because my skin had just started to feel like it was dropping, like you were saying, it was just kind of, it lost that elasticity, it was dull. My eyes, everything, I just felt my hair was falling out. I just felt like my hormones were just out of whack. The chronic stress that I was under was really just starting to manifest. So these products have been incredible. I just can't even believe it. So the feeling of my skin getting its strength back, really, and just getting that glowy, dewy kind of supple kind of feel that it has now, and my skin just completely changing just in the 10 days. I've just been absolutely shocked. So I'm so in love with the product and so impressed. And I've been able to share it with a bunch of people and share it with friends and family in Australia and Canada and New Zealand. So I'm so on board. I love it.
Oh, Laura, and I know that I was just so blown away, and we are so blessed to have you here. And I'm so glad that you're feeling better and you're getting the results that you're getting, because you are such a blessing to all of us. And so, Dr. Dan, when you're looking at this picture, I know you have to be blown away. I mean, it's just amazing. What would you have to say to Laura? And also, it's just very interesting because she's speaking about collagen in her skin, but you can hear the underlying of, I just feel better. I just, and so what would you say to, how would you speak to this incredible transformation?
Wow, Laura, we're so grateful to have you as part of the 3 family. Welcome. And I'm glad that this slide has been up for about 2 minutes now, because the first minute and 57 seconds, my jaw was like, my brain was just trying to take in this amazing transformation after just 10 days. I love this before and after picture because it visually demonstrates the science in our collagen product, the 3 different cellular absorption technologies: hydrolysis, micronization, and then there's a third one called complexation. Really what you're describing, I love how you're talking about maintaining healthy stress levels. And in collagen and in Eternel, we have a lot of polyphenols. These are a type of phytonutrient that are found in a lot of different fruits and vegetables. But one of the things that polyphenols are really good at doing is they help to maintain the genes, the chemical switches related to the stress response. So instead of when we have something that upsets us, instead of the stress response going through the roof, these modulated. And so it's really cool to see that not only is collagen, this formula, having the desired skin health benefit, but I love what you're saying about supporting a healthy mood and maintaining healthy stress and anxiety levels. That really just shows the versatility of this product. And again, the power of this product, and what makes it different than other collagen products out there, which are a dime a dozen. You go to any store now and you go online and everybody's talking about collagen. But collagen is a large molecule. It doesn't get into the cell membrane by itself unless you do some things to it. And no one else is using our proprietary curated formula with curated phytonutrients to actually turn the factories in the cell that produce collagen to turn them back on. Most of the time, they're just feeding the body collagen, it's gone, feeding it, gone. And the factory is not going to 100%. It's still at 50, 60, 70%. And so really, you're not going to see that these quick results when it comes to skin health as we're seeing with our product because of the cellular absorption, cure, and curation technologies.
I love that, Dr. Dan. And I was sharing with Laura just, I guess, 2 days ago that when I first used the collagen, my first 10 days of being on it, I went to preschool to pick up my grandson, and my husband was with me, and he didn't want to take the collagen because, of course, it's in a light blue sachet, and he thought it was for a girl, and he's like, I don't need that. So I took his and mine. And so when I went in to pick Jeremiah up, I was holding Jeremiah on my hip, and the teacher said, what does your dad do? And I said, my dad? And I'm like confused of how she knows my dad because he lives in another state. And she said, yeah, your dad. And she pointed to my husband, and I said, that's my husband. And then we got in the car and he said, what does your dad do? What does your dad do? And then he started using the collagen. But it is so absolutely powerful. And Laura, thank you for taking time out tonight to share. I know you have family in from Australia and a big day. And we're just so excited to have you and so proud of what you're doing. So thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you.
Yes. The person we have up is from California. His name is Chris Rickett. So Chris, if you would just share with us a little bit about you, where you're from, a little bit of your scoop, and tell us, what have you experienced so far with these products from 3 International?
Well, hello. So I live in the Bay Area and born and raised in California. So I own a real estate marketing company. So I out and about, and about 5 years ago, I had somebody who challenged me to do the Reebok Spartan races at 54 years old, and they were 30. So we did this Reebok Spartan races, and I did the trifecta in 6 months, 4.5 mile, 8.5 mile, and 16.5 mile at Squaw Valley, all with people half my age. Squaw Valley was an 8-hour event.
Wow.
And it was great. And I had some surgery on my meniscus surgery back in 2000, and then my knees have been great. And then end of 2019, I started developing, like, my knees are getting really harsh and hard to bend. And I live in a 2-story house. And it got to the point where I had gone hiking, and my friend almost had to carry me out because I couldn't do the decline at all. Like, the first time I'd been hiking for a little while, and that was it. He had to help me out of where we were hiking to get to the car. And I thought I was going to have to sell my house. And then somebody on our team introduced me to 3, and I started taking the products, and I doubled up on some of them based on somebody on the team suggesting that. And I went from barely able to go down my stairs to now back to the gym doing lunges and box jumps and squats and barbells and doing things that the college guys do at there. And I'm 59 and a half. So, and I use all the products, all 6. I double up on Revive kind of on a regular basis. And obviously the collagen has done a lot for the pictures for my hand there. In the first 30 days, all my age spots kind of almost dissipated entirely. And my grayer hair had been wiry, was now soft again. And so there's nothing on this planet that I would not use with the products these days. The super hot sleeper, no longer. One night go to the bathroom at night from 4. It's kind of a little endless cycle of just like every product I use. But I think the Revive has been that with my knee healing. And even my doctor, who lives down the street from me from Kaiser, is like, I don't know what you're doing, but you were on the way to having full knee replacement surgery when I had my x-rays done 2 years ago.
Wow, Chris, what a story. And thank you so much for sharing that. And of course, our products don't treat, prevent, or cure disease or illness. We're proactive wellness. And so I'm really excited. Dr. Baker, I know that the story, I know that it has to be so inspiring for you as well to hear these results, and you're in the proactive wellness field. And so to see this happening, I know that you have to be elated, but why do you feel, or how would you speak to Chris, or what do you think the difference is? I mean, this is quite an improvement. What would you say in the 3 product line or with the Revive that is benefiting Chris?
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay, Amy?
You are perfect.
Chris, what a great story, man. That is awesome. I don't have quite as dramatic of a story, but athletics, being active, busy. Like I was saying, I did martial arts for many years, ran way too many years, one of those kind of things. And so I very much believe in the Revive. Obviously, supporting our natural inflammatory response is the name of the game. And, the curcumin, you guys may know there's over 10,000 articles out there about the health benefits of curcumin. We can't claim, it's mitigating, curing, treating any disease, like Amy said, but some of these things that help with our recovery time and our mobility and our flexibility and those kind of things, it's just amazing for that. And so, that's a great story. But the rest of the products, when you put the right products into your body, and then you add on top of that, like I mentioned earlier about the advanced delivery technology that gets them into the cells themselves, that's why you feel better. That's why you're more alert. That's why your functionality in general is better. And so, anyway, great story, Chris. I mean, you have a wonderful testimony, pal. That's good.
Yeah. And, having been on other, really good products before, nothing did anything like this did. And, I almost didn't try it because I was happy with my other stuff. Like, this is the best it's going to get, people. So yeah, if anybody's more excited than me, it's me, because I did not want to stop working out and stop doing all that. And, and I'm really glad I don't have to stop doing that anymore.
Yeah, well, the collagen too, a lot of us don't realize that, the main structural protein in our body is collagen. And where is a lot of that needed? Our skin, obviously. As we age, or like how I like to say, when we have birthdays, we lose some of our collagen abilities, and we don't produce as much collagen. With the collagen that you're taking, it's not only replacing it, 10 days on and 20 days off, but it's actually stimulating your body's own production of collagen again. That's why your hands and your skin improve so much. And I've seen dramatic results. So yeah, good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, Chris, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. And Chris, I know that if I'm just going to ask you this question. Are you willing to tell Dr. Baker your age? Because I about fell out of my chair when you told me your age.
Well, I turned 59 this year, so I always find it amazing that, I do good skincare. I don't go out in the sun. I put on, sunscreen all the time, but it's kind of surprising that the changes in the collagen with just the smoothness and even the inflammation that went down, and just the way that the skin tone and the redness, I have a lot of redness, all dissipated after being on the collagen for a time. So 100% believe in that. I will never use anything else for sure.
Yeah, that's an amazing product. No doubt about it, Chris. No doubt.
Yeah.
That is. Well, Chris, thank you so much for your testimony. Dr. Baker, before I bring up our next testimony, one thing that I know that you're excited about, and I'm excited about, is that all 6 of these products are in the physician desk reference. So as an MD, what are your thoughts on that? How does that give you more confidence? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, thank you, Amy, for asking about that. I meant to mention that earlier, but yes, the PDR, the physician's desk reference, or the provider's digital reference, if you want to call it that. Now, it's not the big thick book that we had for so many years in our offices anymore, but those are prescription drugs. That's what's in that book. So you don't see very often, very rarely actually, where they accept nutraceuticals, or basically, nutritional supplements, into that book. And so to have the type of level of technology and the efficacy of these things, the science behind them, to the point to where they looked at them and said, my goodness, we're going to put all 6 of them in the PDR. So I actually mentioned it to a doctor in my office. It was either today or yesterday. And I said, by the way, all 6 of our products are in the PDR now. Did you know that? He looked at me, he said, what? And I said, yeah, that's true. He said, nutraceuticals they put in the PDR? So he didn't even know they put any in there. So that is an amazing thing that all of us should be sharing with, particularly medical people that we may know, because they'll understand what that means. Being the PDR and it's a nutritional supplement is just not done often.
Yeah, I think it's incredible. And that means that every single ingredient in every single product has been approved by the FDA. Not that our products are approved by the FDA, but every single ingredient in every single one of our products. I mean, we really are so innovative on so many levels. Well, our next testimony. Well, this story is incredible. And I know that Elisa talked with Nobert today as well. His testimony it just never gets old to me. I've heard him share it a couple of times, but Nobert is from California as well. And just a great human, and having an experience with these products that are truly changing his life. And so I'd like to welcome from California, Nobert Ning.
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for being on here with us tonight. Nobert, share with the world of 3 what you've experienced so far on the 3 products.
Okay, so my wife and I were introduced to the product by accident, actually. We were on a trip, and our good friend, Dr. Bell Antioquia, gave us some supplements to help us recover. And my wife and I were both so amazed at how fast we recovered from all the flu-like symptoms. Like overnight, more than half of the symptoms were completely gone. So that prompted us to do a little bit more research. I really looked into the products because I do have several medical conditions. I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic since 2009, and I've been on oral medication since. I also have family history with gout, so I do have gout and cholesterol, high cholesterol. So I've been on, I have several prescription medications. I never really took supplements before because I felt that I'm already taking several, prescription medications. I don't want to like tax my body with any more stuff that my liver or my kidney had to process. But when we researched the products and I kind of read a little bit more or heard about the science behind them, the absorption technology and all that, we really got excited and I decided to give it a go. So so before I started taking the products, I was already consciously trying to live a very healthy lifestyle just because of my conditions. I'm very careful with my sugar intake, careful with the foods that I eat. I exercise regularly. So I added the supplements to my daily regimen. I take Vitalite, Eternal, Immune, and Purify daily. And both my wife and I take the collagen every month as well. Revive I take as needed, like after I train, like on runs and all that. Mm-hmm. I noticed that within about a week of taking the supplements, my energy level had significantly improved. I used to always require naps in the afternoon, and that's even with 2 to 3 cups of coffee. But after after about a week or two of being on the supplements, I would think it's probably the Vitalite because it really gave me all the vitamins or the minerals that I really needed. I don't take naps anymore. And I also used to experience very frequent bloating and acid reflux. I was telling my wife the other day, hey, I can't remember the last time I had a problem with my, with acid reflux, with GERD. But the most significant change for me was as a diabetic, I check my own sugar every morning, like my fasting blood sugar. And even with medication, I usually hover around the 120s to the 130s. But after about a month and a half of being on the supplements, my fasting blood sugar is consistently around 90 and below now. Sometimes I would be about a little bit mid 90s. I guess it depends on like how much sugar I took in the previous day. So it's for me, it's remarkable to the point where, so I did see my physician on my last blood draw. He tested for my uric acid and my creatinine levels. Like I mentioned, I had gout. I don't have gout medication anymore because my physician allowed me to get off of it about a couple years ago because I told him I wanted to try to lower my uric acid on my own. Well, after I got off the medication and then when he checked it again, it went up again. This was like about 3 months ago. And he said, I may need to get back on it. I said, let me try to still work it. And on my last lab work, my uric acid has gone down by a full point. And the only thing that's changed is I was already on these supplements at that time, like about a month, right? So, and as well as my creatinine levels, they went down as well. So it's in a downward trend for both of those. Now, my physician scheduled an A1C test for me in about another month and a half, because that'll give me about a full 2 months, 3 months being on the supplements. And I struck a deal with him, and I asked him, so doc, if my A1C goes on a downward trend, can we look at slowly weaning me off of my diabetes medication? He said, absolutely. But he said he needs to see a consistent downward trend, and he'll consider definitely taking me off, slowly. And that meant the world to me. So very life-changing.
Amazing, Nilbert. Amazing story. And thank you for sharing that with us. And, you know, you look amazing. Your energy levels are incredible. And that just means the world to me as you're sharing the story. So that's absolutely amazing. And, you know, once again, our products do not treat, cure, or prevent any illness or disease. And Dr. Baker, this sounds like something you might want to respond to.
Right up my alley, Nilbert. I love it. As an internist, you're like the majority of my patients. You know, they have multiple metabolic issues. And like I may have mentioned earlier, you know, when you put the right things in, it'll absorb at the cellular level. That's why the body improves. But specifically, you know, several of the products helping boost our natural cellular energy, which is where it's in the mitochondria, right? So we know how effective several, you know, Purify, Vitality, you know, Eternal, you know, you're going to get a lot of benefit at the cellular levels, particularly in the mitochondria. That's our powerhouses inside our cells. And so that's one of the reasons that it helps. And, you know, some of those kind of things, you know, as your metabolism improves, those kind of things, you know, there's where, you know, the insulin resistance kind of issues may come in. You know, we can't claim again it's treating any disease process. But again, when you put the right things in, you're going to see a difference. So I couldn't be more pleased. And something I wanted to mention just really quickly is in the immune, most of us don't know that 80% of our immune system comes from our microbiome, which is the bacterial growth in our colon. I discuss this with all of my patients. I actually do testing and measuring markers for that. And so as you improve that, Nilbert, that's going to have a lot of effect on your overall metabolism. So your metabolism and just your general health and the way your body functions properly at the cellular level. So the immune is an amazing addition for you. And like I said, you know, we could go into each one of them, but we won't right now. Great story, Nilbert. I love it. I love to see when I got people with multiple metabolic issues and get them all in line. That makes your day. So you've made your doctor's day, it sounds to me like.
Real people, real results. So they are chiming in live to share their very recent stories on Three's products and how they've transformed their lives. So first up, we have an incredible story from Tasha Nunez in Virginia. And she's an IT scrum master, a soccer player, a hockey mom to 4 boys. You heard right, 4 boys, and women's empowerment blogger. And to boot, you guys, look at these results. Look at these weight loss results utilizing Purify and really all of the products. But I'm going to let Tasha take it away. Hi, Tasha. How are you doing?
Hello, I'm doing great. Can you hear me?
I can.
Perfect. Thank you.
A little bit about what's happening here. Tell us what happened.
Gut health is what's happening here. When I received my package of 3 products at the beginning of March, I really started to log what I was doing, what I was taking, take pictures, because I've been struggling with weight loss since having my 4th son 2 years ago. And just since March, with utilizing Purify, I take it twice a day. I take it in the morning when I first wake up with just water so that my fire is getting more stoked to burn more for me and flush stuff out. And then I take 2 at night before I go to bed. That way I'm going to flush everything that I've had in the last hours of being awake. I do use all of our products. I definitely put this weight loss up to Purify 100% has helped me flush out so much. But Vitality, Eternal, and Collagen too have played, I think, a huge part in my weight loss. I've lost 12 pounds and I am down 10.25 inches. And let me tell you, releasing that has made me a better mom. Actually, I'm able to get back on the ice with my boys, coaching them in hockey. I'm back on the soccer field playing without coming off hurting because my joints are hurting from carrying all this extra weight. That's
Oh my gosh. That is amazing, Tasha. I just got a little teary-eyed when you said that, because it's true that when we do have transformations like weight loss and everything else, it just plays such a huge impact in our daily life, especially as moms, and just being busy in general. I don't know anybody that's not busy right now. So that is a tremendous result. Congratulations. And up next, you guys, we have Carrie McMahon from Connecticut, USA, and she's got a master's degree in nonprofit management and philanthropy. She's president and CEO of Foundation of Possibilities and a mom of 5. And she has had an incredible result here with our collagen. And so, Carrie, with that being said, take it away. Let's hear a little bit more about your results.
Yeah, hi, thank you so much. I'm super excited to get all of the 3 products, which I did start taking all of them about a month ago. And from a health perspective, I'm pretty healthy, but I do have a history of skin cancer. Specifically, I've had 3 squamous cell carcinomas. Unfortunately, I am a frequent flyer in my dermatologist's office because I'm really diligent about my health. So every time I see a spot, I go in and get it checked. So they know me very well there. And I want to say that for a specific reason, and I'll get back to that in just a second. But my most recent Mohs surgery was about 4 months ago on my left shin. So the photos are there. They soft casted my leg because of the fact that it was on the front of my shin where the muscle is. And if you bend your foot, you're moving that muscle. So they wanted to make sure that it didn't move while it was healing. And I had the stitches in for about 3 weeks. So they went very deep. And one thing that the photos don't really show is kind of like what I call a divot that they took out of my shin. So it is hard to tell that from the photos, but I knew what it looked like, trust me, and it made me really nervous. My dermatologist told me to wait until about July before seeing a plastic surgeon, because they said that it would take probably until July to really start to look what it would, what it would truly look like. So from there, they would be able to determine how they were going to fix it. So I went in for another appointment recently, actually early last week. I went in to the dermatologist, have them check a spot on my face that I saw, which turned out to be nothing. But she said to me, while you're here, let me look at your leg. So when she saw it, she said, what have you been doing? And, said that it had been healing much better than they expected at this point, which was great. So I told her that I really haven't been doing anything other than I've been taking these new products, and I told her a little bit about 3. So then she started looking at my chest, and she was pinching the skin on my chest, and she was kind of like pinching the skin on my face. And she said, your skin is amazing, and your elasticity on your skin is quite different than it's been before. So I actually ended up giving her a box of the collagen because I wanted her to try it. I told her all about it. So she was going to try it. And I have a follow-up appointment with them on May 2nd. So I'm really excited to go back and see. But I feel very strongly that, my scar, like recovering as nicely as it has, is 100% in my mind. It is thanks to these products, and specifically the collagen.
Oh, wow, Carrie, that is huge. First of all, I want to commend you on making sure that you're going into your dermatologist regularly. It's something that most of us don't do. We forget to do. And it's important. You don't want to miss things like this. And this is a really big deal. And so I appreciate you sharing just like, authentically, like, hey, this is the history I have. This is what's happened. With that being said, you've done everything you can to take care of it. And at the end of the day, guess what? Sometimes we end up with scars, guys. Sometimes we end up with things because, we have to do stuff that, isn't something we really want to see on our body anyways. And so I'm glad to hear that these products are coming in and helping with, reducing inflammation and being able to help clean some of that up and make it look really nice and pretty there. You would not even be able to know from that last photo that you'd had all that work done and all those stitches in place. So that's amazing. So I'm going to back all this up, you guys, and I'm just going to do a quick disclaimer here and remind everybody who's watching tonight, especially if you're brand new or if you're a health professional, that 3 does not claim to cure, treat, mitigate any type of disease. When you give the body what it needs, it does what it's supposed to do. These products they're food grade quality. They're just really good organic, non-GMO proprietary formulations that have been coated and or combined with good cellular delivery technologies. And that's our superpower. That is our superpower. So with that being said, I just want to remind everybody that, we're really about people, platform, and purpose. 3 stands for those 3 things: people, platform, and purpose. We understand that people are our greatest asset, a platform that through the power of science and technology that we've shared with you guys tonight, that we offer the world greater health with our proactive wellness products and the curation of phytonutrients. And we truly are making a global impact because we are a global community.